This week,
Warrior Buddies celebrate inclusion all week long.
Warrior Student Media investigates student cuts.
Girls Track gets a head start on their season.
A one-on-one interview with state medalist Emma Garrett.
And we belt out some notes during the Winter Choir concert.
All that and more
on the Warrior Weekly.
Good morning, Warriors, and welcome to this week's edition of the Warrior Weekly presented by Warrior Student Media. I'm Madison Donovan.
And I'm Maddie Spencer. Today we get an inside look to the start of the girls' track season, a one-on-one sit-down with wrestling star Emma Garrett, and our choir is sitting out with the 8th graders for their yearly connecting concert.
But first, Warrior Student Media covers the origin story behind Spread the Word to End the Word, sponsored by Warrior Buddies.
Spread the Word to End the Word is a global movement designed to promote the idea of inclusivity and acceptance. Your McHenry Warrior Buddies participated in this global event for the 5th year in a row with hopes to encourage students to stop using the R word, spread awareness on disabilities, and end negative stigmas. On Tuesday, March 1st, Warrior Buddies held an event during the lunch periods to promote inclusivity.
Spread the Word to End the Word started with ending the R word, and I think we all know what that word is without me saying it. It started in 2009, and it was a group of individuals, actually 2 individuals who started it. It was kind of like a grassroots thing. Not many schools were involved. It was just kind of them rolling with it. And then it blossomed 10 years later into Spread the Word Inclusion, because it started as really just the R word, and now they're really trying to promote inclusion of students with developmental and intellectual disabilities and helping them be part of their community in their school and in the outside world, and really just feeling a part of everything and not excluded.
Ms. O'Neill feels as though the Spread the Word to End the Word movement will allow students with disabilities to become a valued part of the community here at MCHS.
And it was really just a way for our students to be more part of the community in the school, not so excluded, and feeling like they have a say, they have a voice, and they belong.
This movement can have a positive impact on the school as it allows each and every student, regardless of their challenges, to have the opportunities that are presented here at McHenry.
And it was really important to me because every day I work with students who have disabilities, and I watch all the struggles that they go through, and I really felt like this club, the Warrior Buddies, and all of the events that we had really helped them feel like they could branch out and go into other things that they felt like they couldn't be part of before. So we have students on the bowling team now, in other clubs, going out for sports, and I feel like that's really important to me because they should feel like they're part of everything, because they are. They're part of the school and they're amazing.
To Junior Lynette Alsott, inclusion means togetherness and unity, creating not only a sense of belonging, but also a sense of community.
Inclusion means to me like incorporating everybody into one big group and keeping everybody together. You know, there's so many people with so many different backgrounds and different things going on in their life, and finding that one thing in common really allows people to feel included and together and create unity.
Senior Angelica Sandria believes that the word inclusion goes beyond its simple definition, even stating that the involvement of all can make everyone feel equally appreciated and loved.
I think, well, inclusion overall just means like including everybody and just acting upon that. So like you include everybody in your team, or you include everybody in your class, you talk to everybody equally. And then that also evolves into the idea that like everybody should be treated equally despite anything. I think this is like a really good event to have because, I don't know, I feel like inclusion isn't a word that we throw around in like our English class or anything, and we don't really interact with a lot of people sometimes. We like to stay in our little bubble, and I think inclusion just like helps you go upon that, and like, yeah, it just helps out everybody. It makes everybody feel equally as loved and cared for, so it's a good club.
Warrior Buddies finished it all off by putting positive messages of inclusion, written by the students of MCHS, all over the cafeteria wall, making a beautiful compilation of positivity and incorporation. Spreading the message of love and giving off positive energy, Warrior Buddies successfully created an event that their members will remember and cherish forever.
We want to celebrate Warriors, right? Because we're all Warriors. Warriors won.
Being a part of MCHS means we celebrate all Warriors. We are Warriors, we are one. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly, we're Rayan Ahmed, Tyler Houston, Gina Greenwald, and Carlos Lopez.
Now get to class. Our Warrior investigation team looks into the reason behind why so many students cut class each and every day and the people trying to stop it.
It's no surprise that students have been cutting class, especially with recent implementations that hold kids in aim for longer periods of time. We asked the Dean of Students, Ms. Agnello, about her recent experience with students in cuts.
So this school year, it's been really bad compared to other years, but this semester has been much better than last semester. I have yet to have communication with a student who I really felt they just could have cared less. Even in this role where my job is to consequence and discipline and try and keep student behavior in check, I love the kids. I love our students. It's been all very, very good.
To combat the growing number of students cutting, a new job was opened up that is unique for McHenry, attendance interventionist. Ms. Johnson is the one to fill the role.
Also, we have our attendance interventionist working, Mrs. J, and she can see between 25 and 30 kids a day to address cuts.
I think after COVID, that kids were having a hard time coming back to school. We meet with them and try to encourage them to go to school and get in class and be the best that they can be. It's very fulfilling. I enjoy working with you guys.
With such prominent figures attempting to lead kids who cut down the right path, what about security guards' point of view, who deal with kids who cut on a day-to-day basis? Here's the renowned Mr. Ellum's point of view.
I think if you just get them right away, swift, don't wait 2 or 3 weeks to put them in ISS or whatever. Do it right away. That'll solve some of it. The longer you let it go, the more they think they're getting away with it. There's students out here that's cutting. And it seems like a lot of the kids are doing work instead of watching Netflix. Oops, can't watch that anymore. Sorry, my bad.
Huge thanks to all the deans and attendance people who helped keep us out of trouble. We hope to see you in class and not in the attendance office. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly were Nate Gibson, Kane Bunting, and Ryan Stamborski.
The Spring Musical's opening night is this Thursday. Please buy your tickets beforehand at vancoevents.com/BDCC or scan the QR code on the screen.
Now this past week, the varsity girls track team placed 11th with 20 wins at McHenry High School. Catherine Anderson, Abby Fitzgerald, and Gianna Barger have the story.
On Saturday, February 28th, McHenry girls track team started their season with a successful meet at McHenry High School.
Okay, so during preseason and the practices, I feel like it was very nice seeing all the girls put in a whole bunch of effort and seeing them go up on their times and records and just overall getting better for the team and for themselves.
During practices, the relay runners work hard on their team working skills to master their handoffs.
We're able to go to indoor meets and it gets you the feeling of what it is to be in an actual meet.
Although it is only the start of the season, it is easy to tell that the bonds between the teammates are unbelievable.
I also really enjoyed the bonds everyone was making and stuff like that, especially with the new girls and seeing the freshmen come in. I feel like the team overall, there was a lot of sportsmanship involved.
With a huge crowd of fans cheering in the stands, members of the team went all out during their races.
For me personally, I would say the meet went good. I feel like I got to see where I was at, and I definitely have, more space for improvement, and I'm overall happy with what I did, and I feel like the team overall did really good.
Reporting for the Warrior Weekly were Catherine Anderson, Gianna Barger, and Abby Fitzgerald.
Emma Garrett has achieved many things, but at the top of her list is wrestling. Our own Warrior student media team got a one-on-one talk with her as she explains her wrestling triumphs.
On Saturday, February 26th, Emma Garrett represented McHenry at the first ever IHSA Girls Wrestling State Tournament. Garrett placed 6th in the state and claims that the experience was excellent.
It was a lot of fun. I learned a lot of the new things. I met a lot of really nice and really cool people. The girls were so nice. Coaches were really cool. It was overall just a wonderful experience and an amazing environment to be around.
Though it's her first year competing, Garrett has been around the sport her whole life.
My family has a lot of wrestlers. My older brother, he's a senior. He also wrestled. And about a year ago, per se, my cousin was like, if you want to turn your life around, become a wrestler. And, I took it kind of as a joke, but I came to him 2 weeks later and I was like, this is something I want to try out. So that's exactly what I did.
Garrett explains that a key part of her season was getting to experience a new sport and learn life lessons alongside another rookie wrestler.
Going to all the girls' tournaments with Addison, our other freshman girl wrestler, it was like a bonding experience for both of us, and it was cool because it's both of our first years, so we kind of got to navigate that together.
Wrestling has taught Garrett many lessons that she plans on using throughout her life.
I'm going to take with me to never give up, because that something I used to do a lot was give up when things got too hard, and wrestling taught me that you just simply can't do that. So I think that's one of my mottos going forward and something I'm going to use throughout the rest of my life.
Looking to the future, one of her goals is to pursue collegiate or professional wrestling to expand on her love for the sport. She also encourages other girls to give wrestling a shot.
I would say do it if you really want to do it, if you've really been thinking about it, if you think you have what it takes, then go for it. Like, take a leap of faith. It is quite an amazing thing to do, so why not utilize it?
On behalf of all of McHenry, we congratulate Emma on her successful season. The full sit-down interview with her will be posted on the Warrior Weekly YouTube channel later this week. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly, we're Madison Harvey, Riley Byron, and Madison Donovan.
Finally, the 8th graders come together with upper campus choirs to put on a beautiful concert at the freshman campus this past Thursday.
Since the beginning of the semester, MCHS's cadet choir, concert choir, and surround sound have been putting in hard work to perfect their selected songs. They performed on March 3rd in the freshman campus gymnasium, with guitar ensemble opening, featuring future MCHS Warriors for the winter 8th grade choir concert.
Well, we usually have about a quarter to prepare for each concert, and what we do is while the last concert finishes, we ask the students for input on what they want to sing, so we start working about a day or two after our last concert.
Being the first concert since the restrictions of COVID began, a lot of preparation went into the songs to make a strong comeback. It meant a lot to the choirs to be able to showcase their talent and effort to the audience.
What I do is I pay attention in class and practice outside. I play piano parts and I play for other kids to help.
Starting off strong, the guitar ensemble proved their exceptional skills in the beginning of the concert. Their music moved the crowd. The singers and guitarists worked together beforehand to make sure to present their expertise smoothly.
Mr. G made us practice pretty much every single day. He let the choir kids come in too to sing with us. I think it was 2 of them, and we kind of just practiced all together. And then he would give us maybe like 5 or 10 minutes afterward to kind of practice, and then of course he would force us to practice at home.
After the outstanding success of the winter concert, the music department is eager for their next show in May. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly were Kier Kearns, Layla Moreno, and Hannah Cobalt.
That's all for today's show. Be sure to follow the Warrior Weekly on all social media platforms, including Twitter, Insta, and TikTok.
For Maddie Spencer and all of Warrior Student Media, I'm Madison Donovan. Have a great week, Warriors.